Hello, beaupopper here. Before the video starts, this was for my history project. So please enjoy the video. Some of the information might be wrong. Womp womp. On June 17th, 1972, room 214 in the Watergate in Washington, D.C., 5 people were arrested because they were caught taking stuff and was found out Richard Nixon, the man himself, was found the mastermind behind it. So, and it wasn't just taking stuff. They were like confidential files, like stuff you cannot take, and wiring phones. That's highly illegal. And so, he was, because he did it because he was very scared that he wasn't gonna be elected again. So he did all that, and it turns out that it was highly illegal, and he was mad about it. So yeah. Then in August 9th, 1972, he was facing impeachment. He got even more scared, which is understandable. You're facing impeachment. So he left the office because he did not want to be impeached. No one wants to be impeached. So then, let me say something, but like most presidents do bad things. Bill Clinton, blah, blah, blah. They all do illegal things, right? So Richard Nixon wired like phones, but the only bad thing was he was caught. I mean, he was caught. That was the problem. So then, he wired the Democratic Party's headquarters, which is very small thing, because you get like a thing, like confidential stuff about them, so you would know everything like ahead of time, right? So then it turns out like they found out, and so like womp womp, man got messed up. So so then all the people who took the files and wired the phones was sentenced 6 years of prison, and then Then Richard Nixon retired, but in 20 years of his retirement, he made books about himself. And that kind of brought up, like, people were like, oh, that's cool. And it kind of brought up, like, he was a good guy. But, I mean, once something in politics happens, it can't go away. Also, how they kept up with the burglars was they pretend like these chapstick things, and then with the chapstick they got it was like walkie-talkie inside. So that's how they kept up with the burglars, where they were wiring stuff and doing stuff, which I thought was a cool idea. Yes, and those pictures of the chapstick pop up right here. And they also damaged some filing cabinets, pop up right here. And so yeah, then one day the Supreme Court told Richard Nixon to give the files back to them, and he said no, wagging his fingers, saying no, because he was president, which you cannot do because everybody is. Everybody's even if you're like Bill Gates and a billionaire, everybody's even. So he handed over the files, and he was forced to read edited documents. They edited it out loud on the radio. Then, one of my favorite speeches from a president, Richard Nixon said at the Walt Disney Orlando Contemporary Resort, let me do his voice. I have earned every cent in all my years of public life. I have never obscured justice because people have got to know whether their president is a crook. Well, I am not a crook. Which is actually pretty funny, because if you know, he is lying. He is a crook because he's lying. and also did the things he's saying he didn't do. So, yeah, and he was like lying to the US. I thought he would never lie to the US. And by the way, I thought Disney's supposed to be the most magical place on earth. This is not magical. It's political stuff. And also, where's the happiness, Richard Nixon? Come on, dude. Then he died in April 1994. So yeah, bye.